Welcome back to my Homegirl's Couch, your place for raw, real, and unfiltered conversations with me, Taylor.
Justice Franklin.
And then we have a special guest today where you have a little read-off for you before you introduce yourself. So let's give the resume because this guy is amazing. So hold up.
Absolutely. So Styles by Nyles. He is a hairstylist for multiple Kansas City Chief Wags, a 2024 nominee for Kansas City People Choice Award. And he's been slaying and laying the girls' hair since 2017. And he is here today to sit down with your favorite homegirls to give us all the tea.
Nyles, everybody.
What's up, y'all?
Cue the face applause.
I like that introduction.
You did?
I did,
yay.
for real. Yeah.
Not gonna
Thank
lie,
you.
I did get some pointers when it came to our introductions that Justice took too, but from John on I-70. So shout out John. He just celebrated his 100th episode on I-70 podcast. Go check him out. So thank you for joining us.
You guys are welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So mental health check. How are you doing mentally? We doing good today?
I'm
How
doing
are
good
things
today.
been?
Yeah, I'm doing good today. Today's a good day. But yeah, I'm gonna say I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm
All
good.
right.
I'm
All right.
good.
All right. We'll take that. So for our viewers, do you want to kind of give everybody a little bit of your background and how you got kind of where you are today? Just a little bit, just to touch on it.
A little bit of my background. So I'm born and raised from Kansas City, Missouri.
Casey Mo.
Yep, KCMO, not KCK. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta put some respect on that name, like for real.
We had that
You
talk
gotta
with
put some respect
Broderick.
on that name.
Yes, we talked about that with Broderick. We were like, is it KCK or KCMO?
Yeah, I'm originally from Iowa. When I first moved, that was
Oh,
one of
really?
the first things I learned.
How long
People
have you
are-
been here in
5
Kansas City?
years.
5 years?
Yeah, but one of the first things people are like, are you Casey Mo or Casey K? And I'm like, damn, does it
It's
matter?
a fine line.
Which
Yeah.
one you reckon? Which one you
Casey
reckon?
Mo.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I live in Overland Park right now, but Casey Mo has my heart. That's where we lived for 3 of the years that we've lived
Okay.
here. Yep.
What's up? But yeah, I'm born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri. I have 8 siblings. I have 8 sisters. I'm the only boy. So,
Really?
no brothers. Yeah.
Are you like in the middle, oldest, youngest?
I'm the baby on my dad's side, and I'm the middle child on my mom's side. So yeah, but all
Oh.
girls. I have a stepbrother, but you know.
Okay.
I've been doing hair since I was like 13 years old.
With that many sisters, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
and
soon
only
as you
like-
said the 8 sisters,
Yeah,
I was like,
makes
okay,
sense.
things are adding up.
And only about 2 of them know how to do hair out of the 8. So they don't really, know how to do too much
Okay.
hair. So I really learned hair from my aunt. I grew up in the shop.
Okay.
I grew up in the shop my whole life.
So have you done all of your sisters' hair?
No, I haven't.
Ooh.
I haven't.
Oh,
Yeah, that's an interesting topic. I do about say 3 or 4 of them. Out
Okay.
of the 8, yeah. They real picky, they always, last minute want their hair done,
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Look, let me see. I'm really a boring person. I'm gonna say I'm just a hairstylist. I don't know.
Don't
They
just say I'm
consider-
just a
Not just a
Uh-uh.
hairstylist.
Well, I'm more than a hairstylist.
Don't be minimizing
but
it.
I don't know.
So what kind
I'm
of what like triggered your interest with hair? Was it just growing up in the shop, or was there something specific that
So
you
funny
remember?
thing is, I grew up playing with Barbies. So my family
Okay.
used to make, my mom, she used to let me, but my cousins and, all them, they used to make fun of me. Like, how you playing with Barbies? But I just wanted to comb their hair. That's
Yeah.
it. Like, but I never grew up wanting to do hair. Like, that was never
Okay.
like what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a dentist and I wanted to be a psychiatrist. So hair just kind of was something I just happened to fall into. People used to always tell me I was good at it. And I just used to do it for fun. So one day I just quit this was back in 2019. I just walked out on my job one day and I just
Just
been doing it ever
do
since. Yeah.
Oh,
And
damn.
now we here. I'm working for the Wags of Kansas City, the Chiefs players' girlfriends. So that's pretty fun, getting to experience that.
So how did that occur? How did you get into that?
That occurred from, I had met Shariah Nicole Hartman's fiance. She had came and got her hair done one day, and ever since then we just clicked and became friends. So we was cool ever since, and yeah, we just took off from there. And then that's who introduced me to other girlfriends and wives. So that's how I got
It's not
connected.
what you know, it's who you know.
What'd you say?
I said it's not what you know, it's
Right,
who you
exactly,
know.
No,
exactly.
seriously.
That's true. No,
Yeah.
true.
How many wags do you think you do?
I've
Or consistently do? Like just a regular?
consistently. I'm gonna really just say Shariah.
Yeah.
So between me and Brandy, they kind of, go back and
Yeah.
forth. But yeah, really just Shariah for real. I've done Shiana's hair a few times. Dakota Dakota's hair. Fallon, I do Fallon's hair often.
Okay.
Yeah, her guy, I think his name is Nick. He's number 32 on the Chiefs. Yeah.
The name sounds super familiar. Is he on defense?
Bolton.
Nick Bolton.
Yes,
That's what I was gonna say. I
Nick
know. I
Bolton.
just heard that
Yep.
nickname. Okay. Alrighty.
So with that trigger, when you said you walked out of your job in 2019, what was kind of the thing that was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it?
Because I worked at Truman Medical Center. I was an environmental tech for 5 years there.
Okay, so that's
That takes a
definitely.
swing. I was gonna say that
yes,
takes a
like, no. So
Truman
I worked
Medical Center.
Yes, like I worked at Lakewood, the one in Lee Summit. Okay. So I did that for 5 years, and I was cleaning toilets. I was cleaning throw up. I was shit. It was just all type of stuff. I'm just like, this is not for me. This is not what I want. And then as I'm at work, people are texting me and like, oh, can you do my hair? Can you do? And I'm just like, I'm stuck here. I wish I could be doing that. It's more fun because hair is therapeutic for me. So it's like, I'd rather be doing that than definitely wiping the toilet. So
Yeah, for sure.
I had did that for 5 years. My mom, she works at Truman as well. She's been at Truman for like 41 years.
That's
since
dedication.
she was 21 years old.
She's been
dedication. There for like 40 years. So the whole time she was like, oh, you old school people, you gotta need a 401k, you gotta have this and that, and
you
just
get a
trying
job
to make me feel like
benefits.
yes, like I'm stuck there, and I had to
Yeah.
explain to her like this is not back in the day, we chasing our dreams now, So one day I just walked in, I was just fed up that day, and I just literally left my keys and pager mid shift, and I was out of there like I did have a plan though. I did have a plan, yeah.
Okay.
I definitely was getting a suite. I was at the Location 1 building down on 63rd.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a while, and I just been blessed ever since. Really, like I can't complain. Yeah, everything just.
Do you feel like you have found like your purpose with hair?
I really do. I feel like hair is really my purpose. Cause like even just meeting the people, the conversations, like I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it. Like I don't see nothing else. There's no plan B for me. So
what's meant for you will find you.
Yes.
Listen, I will say I do second the doing hair and it being therapy. Like that's like one of the oldest things with hairstylists. Like when you get they're the original homegirl, okay? Your stylist, that's who you went to talk your shit with.
I remember watching my mom get her hair done, and she would just talk to her hairstylist. I'm like, Mom, shut up. I'm sitting right here.
And sometimes you get clients that don't want to talk. Look, sometimes clients just want to sit there and just, and I'll be like, okay, I know how to adjust to my clients too. So
I've always wanted to ask this. When you're a hairstylist, has your client ever pulled up their phone and you've seen a picture you probably shouldn't have seen?
Oh, I don't look at people's phones. No, I
don't. You peeping over the shoulder?
No, look, I don't look at people's phones because I feel like when people literally sit down in the chair, I feel like they think the stylist is automatically looking in their phone. And it's like, no, I'm focused on your hair. I'm not worried.
I'm not paying attention.
I heard a horror story from my friend, and somebody opened up a snap and it was a dick pic, and they didn't.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and it was like a whole thing.
What would you do if you did? Just like
I'm gonna
just
keep working. I'm gonna just keep working.
Let it roll off the shoulder. Nothing was seen.
Oh man. Go ahead.
But with the conversations, you said conversation is the best thing that in the hairstylist industry for you. Have you ever kind of had to play like the therapist role?
Always.
That's what I was just
I think
about
that's
to
what
ask.
I enjoy about it sometimes.
Okay.
I think that's what I really enjoy, just giving people encouragement. Sometimes people get in your chair and they just really be down, need to pick me up, and getting your hair is always a pick me up. So I just feel like that's the best part to me, really just conversating and
I was second. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I've been behind the chair, and I get it does.
It does.
It's like you almost feel like, dang, that person was sent to me today, so I could share whatever I needed to share with them. Like you just completely feel like, oh, I just put a light bulb in them, or oh, I just made them feel brighter. It is a different you just feel like refreshed.
And sometimes it can be a lot though, because sometimes people could put a lot on you.
I was gonna say,
I've late at times where I was like, my day, the ride home after doing hair.
Okay,
I ride home in silence sometimes. Like no,
my social. I understood the quote. My social battery is dead.
Yes,
it's
literally,
dead.
you thinking about everything. People lay their problems on you, literally.
Especially if you were doing somebody's hair for a couple hours, you're going through a couple different life topics.
Yes, literally.
Sometimes when I'm dyeing my hair, it takes like 6 hours. I got a lot of hair and it's long.
Coloring hair is a job.
It is.
Yes,
that is a job.
Yes,
I really
it
don't care
is.
to color hair.
You said you don't wear color hair?
I said I don't care to color hair.
You don't care to color hair? Yeah, it's a lot.
No.
Not to color. What's your favorite thing to do as a stylist? Do you
natural
like
hair?
natural
Because
hair?
that's what I
Okay.
grew up around, was like silk presses,
Okay.
wraps and clipping ends and cutting hair. Like that type of stuff is what I really like to do. But I really got known for, like, back in 2017, it was wigs and frontals and stuff like that. But I'm really a natural hairstylist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you learn how to like customize a wig to where it was just like
YouTube.
really?
And telling my sisters or one of my cousins to sit down. Like, yep.
What's your favorite process in
YouTube.
customizing
I
a wig?
love
Not
it.
girl.
No,
listen.
I love it.
I learned how to pluck on
That's
a-
my favorite part. That's
plucking.
my favorite part, plucking.
Listen, I be here the
Just-
tweezers like
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite
You're
part.
crazy. I couldn't do any of that. I just don't trust me with scissors or a plug.
Really?
Yeah, tweezers, nothing like that. Don't be trusting me with that shit.
no, it's
That's
that
a bad
D
time.
shed when you could just see that hairline
Yeah, coming
just
out.
coming
You just,
through. You
yes,
just be-
that's the best part.
I will
And
say
then when
it
you
is,
lay
just be
it
like,
and it's just
oh,
be
this
like
some
perfect.
natural looking shit.
Uh-huh.
I will say, like, would it be called ASMR on like TikTok where they would do the hair cutting and stuff,
Right,
or
you
like
can
when
hear
they're
it.
braiding and I think
Yeah.
that is really like
Yep.
just soothing for some reason.
I'm trying to get my content bag. It's hard because I just want to do hair. Sometimes getting content be a lot too. So I just be
It
like,
is.
yeah.
You just get
The
going on
ASMR
doing
stuff,
hair and you're like,
yeah.
oh shit, I forgot to take a before picture. I
Right.
sucked at before pictures, but I'm always ready to take it after though.
When
Yeah.
you're
I'm
like,
ready to
you
take it
look
after.
good.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest difference is between styling an everyday client and a celebrity client?
Ooh.
And do you still do both?
Yes, I still do both. The difference is I just feel like timing is everything when you're dealing with like the celebrities and the people that have names, because it's just like they are always on go. So you kind of just chasing them around trying to do it. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot dealing with high end,
Yeah.
high end people. Yeah.
Okay.
I like my regulars. I like my
Okay.
regulars. I
That's-
love my regulars.
That's interesting because
Yeah.
I was watching a podcast. You know who Arrogant Tay is, I assume.
Yes.
He said on a podcast, he was like, I don't want to be accessible to everybody.
Yes.
I don't want to
That
be
is so
accessible to everybody.
true.
Like when you start doing like certain people's hair, and I feel like, you do a certain crowd of women's hair. So you could have been the person to been like, okay, I'm going to limit my
Yes.
everyday clients. Because it does add a level of exclusivity and priority to him as a
Listen,
stylist.
I deal with that to this day. People be like, oh, he pick and choose who hair he want to do. And I do, just like people pick and choose
But you have that right.
who they
built
want to
to
go
that.
to.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
Yeah.
like if I know you have bad energy, I don't, so
Well,
I
at the
feel
end of
like
the day, it's your business.
exactly. So, but people try to make you feel bad about that. And it's just like, I shouldn't have to feel bad about that.
No, you
So,
shouldn't.
yeah.
Especially if your price is what your price
Exactly.
is.
They complain about that too. It just,
Have they ever complained about it in the chair as you're doing?
oh yeah, I done had people say some crazy stuff to me for real. And I just be like, I don't be knowing what, I just, hey.
You're like, I'm the one with the scissors right now, and you're
No,
talking
for real.
shit.
Hey,
Did
get up
you
out my
s-
chair.
Did y'all see that video clip of that stylist that drugged that girl because she has...
Yes, I
What?
seen that.
What are your
I've never had
thoughts?
to deal with nothing like that. Thank God.
You haven't seen
But
it?
No,
Girl-
she drugged the girl out of the chair? Or
So the girl got her hair done. She Cash Apped the wrong person, but Cash App, like they're not really finna play with you with that refund.
Right.
I don't know how
Right.
much she had paid, but the girl was like, "I'm sorry, you sent the Cash App to the wrong person, but I still need, whoop de woo."
Exactly.
And the girl was like, "I'm gonna have to get it back first." And the girl beat her ass.
She did. They said she was a young girl too. She was like 15, 14-year-old.
What? I didn't know that.
They said she was
oh,
like
okay,
15,
that's kind of
14.
that's a.
But then
changer
the
to
stylist was
story.
young too. I think she was like 18,
Yeah.
19. But it's still, but I think that's crazy.
It
I don't
is.
know what I would do if somebody tried to run off on me. I'm like, whew, I don't
I was
know.
gonna say, what
Reflexes
would you
kick in. I don't
do?
know. I'm snatch you up real quick. Just I don't know. I'm just playing. I
Okay,
don't know.
what would
I'm
you
just
do?
talking.
What would you do in that situation if that
That'd
had
be
happened, like
so
where she sent the wrong
hard.
Cash App? Like, how would you?
I would. I mean, we gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, because if they don't have it in their account,
We gotta figure
they
it
don't have
out.
it in
We
their
gotta figure-
account. But like, what do you do at that point?
take that hair out.
Yeah.
I've seen that too.
But what if
seen
it's
that
just
too.
like, what if it's just like
spray it down with some water?
hair dye or something? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. That's crazy. That ain't gonna happen to me.
It's just like that. It's gonna be like that awkward stare
Yeah.
down. Like,
Yeah.
so
That's what
Right.
what we gonna do?
That's when like those
What we gonna
POS systems
do?
come into play, the online systems I've seen where you have the card on file, and then if you have it on file, then you can just continue
Yeah, my
to run
nephew
it.
does that. Ryan, he does that. He make you put your card on file. Look, if you don't come, no call, no show.
He's gonna charge.
charge it. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't do that though, but I mean that's a good thing to do.
It is.
I can see.
When I got my braids done back in September, the girl had did them. She had her sister, so I had to pay a booking fee, and like an hour before the appointment was over, I bet you that motherfucker pulled from my card.
For real, dang.
And like you just automatically opt into it. Like we're just immediately.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I charge a deposit. That's the most, but
okay.
Yeah. Some people care about their $50 deposit. Some people don't care. Look,
yeah,
it's up to them.
I mean, but in situations like that, shit, because I mean, at that point, if you had like a card on file, you could just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna run your card every fucking day until this money comes out.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, for real.
Have you ever had a client that asked for a look where you just knew it wasn't for them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm honest with my clients.
You are?
I'm honest with my clients
because
I'm honest with them because it's just like you can't leave out of here looking any kind of way and say I did your hair, So it's like that's not gonna work for you, This may work, you know what I'm saying? I give my plan B, but yeah, I'm honest with my clients.
Yeah. Is there any styles that you don't like that if somebody came in and asked for it, and you're just like
I don't like doing ponytails. For some reason, but they so easy, but I just don't care for them. Maybe because they so basic.
Okay.
I was gonna say like somebody just comes in and asks for a ponytail.
I mean, I'll do it, but it's not on my booking site. You know, but yeah, I don't really care to do them.
Okay. What's been your favorite hairstyle that you've done thus far, and who was it on?
My favorite hairstyle to do is probably like a flip over quick weave. That's my favorite style to really kind of. It's fun, flirty.
Fun, flirty, cool, sexy, fun.
I don't got a favorite person I've done it on before, but
okay. Is there a celebrity in your future that you have a goal of working with?
I got a few.
You got some T Swift on your horizon.
You told me you had met her once, right?
Yeah, I met Taylor Swift. Yes, and she told me I'd do a good job with hair. I was kind of, starstruck a little bit. I'm like, but I'm trying to be cool, act normal,
Where were you at? Like, how, like,
we were at one of the games.
Okay.
Yeah, we went down to Travis Kelce's suite. Down there and met her there. Then after there, we went to a party. So yeah, it was fun. It was nice meeting her.
Okay.
She's a cool girl. She's real down to earth.
I was gonna say she is nice.
She's real. Yeah, she really is. She's real down to earth. Yeah.
I'm not a Swiftie, but I respect her game. You know,
she's real cool.
Yeah, she's a boss. I'm all for the female empowerment.
If I seen Taylor Swift, I would just be sitting there, and be like, "What the fuck is life right now? Like, where am I at? What am I doing?
Right? Like, you're a whole billionaire.
How did I get here?
Like, no, for real, you're a whole billionaire. Like, what?
Okay, story time. Tell us a story about the craziest experience you've had behind the chair, where you had to ask yourself, like I just said, what the fuck is happening right now? Dealing with
hard clients sometimes, it'll have me thinking like, do I really want to do this?
Like, are they moving a lot? What are they doing?
On their phones, head down. I hate that. Like, pick your head up, please. Like, and then I'll pick their head up.
Breaking my back.
And they'll drop it back down. It's just like, oh my God, my job is hard.
Get away from the damn phone.
Yes, put the phones up or like put it up in your face or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I promise you, I'll do my hair.
Yeah,
especially when I'm getting it braided, I'll be like this. Trying to text like
pick
this.
Pick that phone up, please.
Week. Let's see.
Do you plan on staying in KC, or do you plan on moving out and doing more celebrities' hair? Or are you gonna stay local?
I really want to be a traveling hairstylist.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do want to get out of Kansas City. I've been leaning towards like Houston, Texas, that area. But I don't know when, because I have 2 kids, so they still in elementary school and stuff. So them growing up, it's just like I want to be very I just feel like that'd be hard trying to relocate and do that. But yeah,
it's hard to relocate with kids. I just tell her, I was like, I don't know how you just gonna jump up and.
Well, I mean, I say I got the best scenario out of the worst case scenario. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
that was perfectly said.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can go anywhere with my kid, essentially. So, but like also, I know that her dad like supports me because he knows that I support her.
Right.
So I mean, there really isn't that clash when it comes to that too much.
That's a blessing.
Good co-parenting.
I would call it co-parenting.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you good co-parent?
Yes, we got good co-parenting. Yeah,
that's good. That's
very good. Very good. We get along really good. I still even do my kids' mother's hair.
Really?
Like, yes, we cool. Yeah.
I
That's my homie.
love that. That's
That's my
awesome.
homie.
Yeah, I co-parent with my dad's mom,
Mhm.
so Gigi,
Okay.
and she's thebomb.com. Shout out Gigi. I know she watches the podcast too, but I would say she's my co-parent, not him so much. But like we can be in the same room together.
Okay.
It's nothing to where like
Right.
we're butting heads or
Right.
throwing hands or
Okay,
anything.
right.
Like, we got mutual respect for each other. It's just one of those things.
I love that for y'all.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
my
it
baby daddy
works.
getting punched in the throat.
For real.
No, I hear some horrible baby
Look,
daddy.
that's that
and baby
Aries.
mom
That's that fire
stories.
sign to you. Oh my God.
I swear to y'all.
That's
I
so,
just
and I'm
want
an
to
air
like,
sign, so I'm like, it's whatever.
I just
Oh
want
my
to
God.
he's irritating. But anyways, not to get too much on him because I could go. I just love that for y'all though. I love that.
Thanks.
Hopefully I can get there one day. Have you ever dealt with a situation where a wag's husband or boyfriend didn't like the style you did? And like they were like, can you fix my
Yes.
hair? Even though like she was in love with it and she was he was just like,
Yes.
that ain't it.
That's so funny.
You have
Nicole,
actually?
my friend Shariah,
Oh.
yes. And Nicole's so blunt about everything. He be like, I see your lace. I don't like that. All right. He be honest. You know, he be honest, but sometimes he be talking shit.
Not the
Sometimes he be trolling us.
That
but
needs to be melted down a
he
little
be
bit
being
more.
funny. He the one that he be real particular about his girl's hair.
He
So
is?
yeah, he's very particular about her hair.
So does he come with her every time she gets it done?
I do house calls.
Okay.
So she comes to
he's
the
there.
shop sometimes, but majority of the time I do house calls.
Okay.
So yeah, he usually
I
there.
guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he usually there.
What about like, does she like it though?
Yeah, she like it, and she's real honest too. So if
Yeah.
she don't like something, she'll tell me.
Okay.
So yeah, and I know how to take constructive criticism. So yeah.
Have they ever like, where he's like, I don't like it, and she's like, well, I do.
Oh yeah, yeah, they do that too. They do that too. They do that too.
Does that ever get awkward when you're like,
Right, it do get awkward
not do it, do I
sometimes.
do it?
Right. Yes, look, it
I was
does.
about to say, do you feel like there's ever been a situation like where you've been in with a wag where it's just like, this is a lot of drama and tea?
It can be sometimes, but I tend to not really get into that, because remember, I'm here for work at
Yeah.
the end of the day, whether we cool or not, friends or not, like I'm here for work. So I don't be getting into that. Girls can be catty to me.
They
So
can
I'd
be
be
very
like,
catty.
Yes, they can.
I don't want no part. Look, I got 8 sisters. I told y'all. I know how
Yep.
girls are.
Yeah.
It's like, it's for real.
Yeah.
So I
Girls
stay
are
out of
catty
it.
as hell.
Yeah, I stay
Okay,
out of
but
it.
what about anything directly related to like hair? Like, have you ever done one person's hair and then another person's hair and like they were like, why ain't you do my shit?
I feel like one of the girls, I ain't gonna say no names, but she used to be like, oh, he do all everybody else's hair, but he don't do my hair. Like, what's up with him? Type of thing. And it's just like, it was never an issue. But
Yeah.
it was. I feel like she was making it
making it an
something.
issue.
And it
I
was
say,
an
did
issue.
she ever
'cause
hit you up to get her hair done?
Eventually, I ended up, I think, curling her hair, touching her up or something, and she was making little funny jokes like, "Oh, finally," but I'm like,
Oh, like
bro,
that little undertone.
ain't no problem. Yeah, I'll do your hair.
So, out of your experience, do you think that the wags are more particular about their hair, or their husbands or boyfriends?
I feel like they are really,
Okay.
especially game day. Like
Really? Game day?
Game day is a whole event. Like just from getting ready and getting there, getting on the sprinter and stuff like that. So they be real particular about their hair game day
Okay.
for sure.
What's the longest, time that you've had to spend with somebody to get their hair done?
Shit, all day for real. Like,
Yeah.
especially because we had shot a TV show back in July. I think Bravo was the production team, and I feel like that was a lot because I was there all day on call, call
Yeah.
times and stuff. So that was an experience. That was something that was long, and I was drained at the end of the day.
So, did you do multiple people throughout that day, or was it one person?
Mainly one person, but
Okay.
I did touch ups throughout. And whoever needed help, I'm there. So
Okay.
So was it supposed to be a reality show? Pretty much.
yeah, it's supposed to be a
Do
reality.
you feel like? Because I feel like not a lot of people get that experience with working with a network. Because Bravo,
Right.
I
And
feel
Bravo-
like
and it was-
Bravo's
yes, it
pretty
was
decent.
good, yeah.
So, do you feel like that the production company made a organic situation for like conversations to flow, or did you feel like they were scripting it or creating?
Ooh,
I feel like-
that's a good
issues,
question.
yeah.
I've always
Because
wondered
I've
that as
heard
well.
that.
and that's what I learned about it too. Because I used to like a lot of reality TV. So
Yeah.
actually being able to be there and see how it goes, it was just like, no, I don't like this no more. Because it's real stuff, but it's scripted.
It is.
And it's
scripted.
old stuff. Sometimes it's stuff they bringing up from months ago. We didn't got over that. We didn't talked about that. So I feel like it's just opening old wounds, and it's just, yeah.
You feel like they would like tell her, like ask her about this situation?
Yeah, I feel like they do put stuff in people's ears for sure. Yeah, they definitely. I feel like they put stuff in
the
your
pot
ear.
a little bit out there.
Yeah, they definitely gonna stir the pot. But
Okay.
it's up to you. Yeah, you go,
Okay.
eat out of it. But
What's your favorite reality show?
my favorite reality show. I used to love Love and Hip Hop back in the day when it first started.
I just watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I did like the
Really,
first 5 seasons.
with
I
Jocelyn
rewatched
and all
them.
them.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Is it still running?
Yeah, they have it on Netflix right now. But then I like went down the rabbit hole, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go further back. And then I started at season 1.
I like Real Housewives of Atlanta, and
Okay.
and me and my sisters, we used to watch Bad Girls Club a lot growing up. Like that was our show growing up.
That's the one. I swear I used to be in my house like, man, if I was on Bad Girls Club, I would drink.
Right,
Well,
do this,
it's
do that.
not
Look,
being-
remember
imagine
Camila
it.
Mama, little Camila?
Oh my
That was my favorite
gosh.
bad girl.
My favorite was Tanisha. I think
I
that's how
remember
you say her
Tisha
name.
with the
She's
pots and pans.
like, oh, you
Yeah.
gonna sleep tonight?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sleep. You ain't never seen that?
No, so I watched 2 episodes for the first time a couple years ago, and I was at my friend's house and she was watching it, and I was watching it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Because the drama was
Right.
crazy,
Yeah.
It
and
is
that's when I
crazy.
learned about
Have
it.
you watched any of the baddies?
Yeah, I watched a few of the baddies. Yeah.
I feel like it's heavily scripted. I can't get into because I love
Yeah.
Bad Girls Club.
I think it's
so
all
much.
scripted, but like I'm saying, I think the problems be real, and sometimes they be old, and they just be stirring the pot for real. But yeah,
So do you like the Wags TV show?
I do. I like it. I feel like our show should have got picked up, but
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that.
What did you like or dislike about Wags? Do
um,
you feel like what they said?
I just like really they lifestyles, really just to watch how they live and what they doing. Like it seemed fun,
Do you think it was in good comparison to what you've experienced with the Wags?
Yeah,
out
it
here?
was. Yep, it was.
Is that what you're wanting to like gear more towards? Working on sets like that to where
Yes,
you are
I
booked
do.
all day.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, out of Kansas City, you'll have more
Definitely,
of those
right.
opportunities.
I feel like Kansas City's about to be on the rise, though.
It is. It's
You
been
know?
on the rise.
Yeah, we about to be on the rise. Yeah, for sure.
I
So
mean,
I feel like opportunities are going to start getting bigger here
Yep.
too.
I think
Yeah.
the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl was really huge. Those 2 times back to back,
Twice,
and then us getting FIFA. They've been really planning
Cup.
Right.
to really like evolutionize Kansas City in preparation of FIFA. If y'all haven't realized,
That's
I
that's
just
like
hope that they do it the
2026,
right
right?
way.
Yeah.
That's coming. Mhm.
like Berkeley Riverfront should be completed by then, and then I think downtown they have like this huge construction going on, like dead in the middle, and it reminded me. I don't know if y'all remember when the Olympics was in Atlanta. Y'all, anybody remember that?
I don't remember that.
Girl,
So
my
the-
memory is shit. I smoke
I don't want to say wrong, but it was like back in the 2000s, earlier 2000s. But when the Olympics got to Atlanta, and it was the full Olympics, like every 4-year Olympics, they tore down projects because they didn't want.
That's what they're
Atlanta
doing now. That's what
exact-
they're doing
that's what
down
I'm
north.
saying.
Yeah,
That's what
they
I'm
tearing
saying.
down all
Like,
that. Yeah.
I'm watching it unfold because I've actually seen like documentaries and stuff about like they tore down projects because they did not want it to appeal like they were a poverty-stricken city.
Exactly. That's
And
what
it
they're
is
doing right now.
That's what they're
unfortunate,
doing
but
here.
we are also getting a lot of good things. too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope that they do it the right way because I mean, all of these things are going up, and the city does look nice, but we have
Can we keep it like that?
Well, we have a lot of shit going on in the inner city. Like,
Yeah.
it's rough out here. Our PD's not up to par at all.
No.
Like, I mean, I get bringing more people in, but make sure that it's done right. The school system sucks still in Missouri.
Yeah, it does.
They need to get
Kids
that
don't-
back.
They don't
up
go
and
to
running.
Kansas City School District.
That's why we moved
Where
out
do they
of
go?
Yeah.
Missouri.
Raymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's why we moved out of Missouri because I was asking around and people were like, "Do not send
Yeah.
her to Missouri public schools."
Yeah.
And so that's why we moved to Overland Park. So I just hope that they can do it right and sustain the beauty that they're building.
Exactly.
Headquarters is in Crossroads, right?
Yep.
How did you feel about the stadium? Were you for it or against it? I personally think it would
I
have
was
been
a
fire.
for me too.
I couldn't think of like clients, the
Let's talk about
traffic that was. Liz,
That
I
would've been
seen the makeup.
crazy.
Did you not see Did you see the blueprints for it?
Yeah, I seen it.
It was so fire.
But my thing is, I just kept trying to think like, how are y'all gonna do this?
Yeah.
Right? It's just
Like, it's
so
not-
much right here
Yeah, there
already.
And
is.
it's already such a cluster.
Yeah.
fuck.
So what are y'all? I wanted to see how
that
they
didn't
was gonna
make
do that.
sense to me, but also the small businesses, man.
Yeah. They was gonna buy him out. They was gonna buy him out. They was gonna be all right.
She's such a
They was gonna be all right.
localist. Support your small
but
businesses.
also, like, I just love the vibe of Crossroads, and if they would
Right.
have ended up building that, the vibe of Crossroads would have been completely changed.
Have you ever been to downtown Chicago though?
Yes.
I've never been to Chicago.
What?
Never. And I
You
want
only
to
been
go.
there once.
And my friend
It
from
was fun.
Chicago.
You got to go to Chicago.
Like,
Chicago is a fun time. I will
Chicago
say
is
that.
fun.
I did have a great time in Chicago.
But I don't think it's the Chicago. What is it? Chicago? Look, I'm looking Bulls. Chicago White Sox. Is that what they are? Their baseball team? Because it's their baseball.
Yeah. Are they the white?
I'm gonna be real honest. I don't follow baseball.
okay.
White Sox.
Okay.
Their White Sox is downtown, and when I say it is so fire, it was gonna look exactly how Kansas City would have did it. And I know it's like, no, what are you gonna do with the small businesses? But like even like the club scene or the like the
Right.
bars and stuff that they had.
It's always something to do, probably.
It was so nice.
I
So how
mean,
Go ahead. I was saying, so how y'all feel about them trying to take the stadium, the Kansas City Chiefs stadium away?
I think it needs to be moved.
You think so? It
I
does.
do think it
or
needs
they
to be
need to
moved.
it
build
needs to
that
stay
area
in
up.
Missouri.
I
It
do
needs to
think
stay in Missouri.
that is
It
a
do
good
need to stay in
point.
Missouri.
That is a
East side.
is
Would you-
it?
you don't think so?
It's not gonna stay in Kansas.
I don't think the Royals will stay in Missouri side, but the Chiefs.
They need to stay.
I was gonna say I see the Royals being downtown before I see the Chiefs being anywhere near
I
downtown.
don't like that at all.
That's what I was about to say. I don't know where the Chiefs
No,
would go. I
Chiefs
think
need to
it
stay in
is.
Mo.
No, I think that it is really going to the Legends.
That's some bullshit.
Oh my god.
I think it's. I'm telling
He
you,
said, "Shut up."
I don't think he's wrong.
he said the
I-
boy knows.
I'm
No.
pretty sure that it is set that they're moving.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call it right now. Royals are going to KCK.
Yeah, the Royals. Nah, they can stay too. Look, they can stay too.
Royals.
We ain't gonna do them like
Royals.
that
I just don't care if they
Yeah,
go
'cause-
over to the KCK side. Chiefs need to stay on Missouri.
for sure.
But you live in Kansas. Okay. Well, I do say
it
either they
matters.
build
KCK
up
and KC
where
Mo.
the Chief Stadium is now, and they get a whole new stadium because they need a whole new stadium.
Right. Yeah, they do.
When
They
I
do
drive
need
past it, and I see that's like,
Right. Remember what was
That's
that?
so
Coco
cold.
Key was right there.
Yeah.
Remember Coco Key?
I feel like that little Paul Dunk Stadium.
No, for
and we done
real.
won so many Super
We used to go to
Bowls.
parties, college parties in the 4 Points Hotel right
Oh
there.
my gosh,
Yes. We
yes.
used to, like,
Oh gosh.
Yes.
yeah.
I don't know where the Chiefs would look good at though. I don't know if they look good in the.
They
I
just
mean,
need
the
to redo that area.
They do.
They need to redo
They do.
Independence up a little bit. You know that little
Independence for
Raytown
sure.
area,
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do Independence up, y'all.
You don't think so? They gonna tear it down, huh?
Independence just.
Is independence. Okay.
It's independent from everything else.
Oh my goodness. So, Nyles, we launched a new segment last week, and it's called Validation or Valid. What we call it? Validated.
Validated. Validate me.
I said
Will you
validation.
validate me? There we go.
Validated. So, have you ever been in a situation with a friend like where you like sharing like maybe something that's going on, and they like, "Now you tripping," or "No, I agree with you. I've had that same experience," and like you just feel so validated.
Because you felt a little crazy for a second.
Yeah. One thing about me is I'm very private, but I can be an oversharer. So
I'm the
I
same
feel So I have been in situations like that, and I go to certain people to get that, because they'll be honest with me. They tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. So, yeah.
Do you have anything you want to be validated on? Because we like to do a little validated stamp now.
On the spot.
On
Have
the
you
spot.
have you had a thought this week where you're like, man, you sound
Or
a little
anything
crazy?
you're going through, like, damn, is it really like this?
I don't know.
I mean, we talk. There are
did.
sometimes multiple days she's like, all right, bitch, I need validated. She'll go off, and I'm like, you're right.
I'm like, thank
You're
you.
not
I knew I
crazy."
wasn't wrong. Thank you.
I can't think of nothing off the top of my head right now.
It's like the blind leading the blind.
Is that what it is?
Oh, where's my phone? Because I did want to ask him about this. Oh, that's what fell?
Where's Shay at? Do y'all still shoot with Shay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all do?
So,
Okay, yeah. 'Cause she know my sister. My little
Your
Yes.
sister was here.
Kobe?
2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
I
Yeah.
love Kobe so
That's
much.
that's my
Shout out
baby
Kobe.
sister. She's the only one that's younger than me. Everybody else is older than me.
Okay. Do you do
Oh,
Kobe's
yeah.
hair?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Every blue moon when she wanted. She's so bossy and I don't know.
I love Kobe.
She my
She's
little
such a
mean little
sweetheart.
sister.
She is
mean.
sweet. Niles.
You said the mean little sister?
Yeah.
I
She's
can't-
mean?
She's
I can't
to me
picture
maybe
Kobe
because I
being
don't know.
mean.
Maybe because I'm her brother.
Oh my gosh, she's
Ah,
so
could be.
soft spoken
Maybe I'm her-
and quiet.
I don't know about soft spoken.
I feel like she was soft spoken.
No, she is soft spoken though. She really is soft spoken.
I mean, I'd say she's a little shy, but I mean, obviously you're your brother, so you know her better. But
She
my
is a
impression
little
was
shy
she's just a
sometimes.
little shy at first. But I mean,
better
she
come
said
out of
some
that.
shit. Yeah, she
better
said
get
some
a
shit to
little
me.
comfortable. Nyles, I really want to ask you about this picture that I seen because when I was doing my little research, I go to your Facebook, whatever.
What
And
is
there
it?
was.
It's just a little segment we do where, you think we forgot.
Yeah.
So we dig through your socials and we
Okay.
find
Tell us a little bit
embarrassing
about
shit
it.
about
Okay,
you.
What was going on?
You know what's funny?
What was going on?
You put on an
don't know
outfit
if
and
you
you
see
felt
it.
like you needed to wash
I
the
did.
car
You know
or
who took that
something?
picture? My son took that picture.
Stop.
Yes, my son took that picture.
You was just at the car wash?
At the car wash one day, I was washing the car. Look, I'm like, we go
You said, fuck it, I'm stepping
through
out
something.
these rain
Yeah,
boots.
just random day.
But
That
I
was
could see the fire in it though a little
Yeah.
bit. It's
Yeah.
giving a
Thank
little.
you.
It's giving
Thank
a
you.
little LA.
Thank
Where
you.
you just where you
That's
just
funny
wear
because my
whatever the
mama,
hell
she
you
always
want.
tell me like, you do not belong here in Kansas City.
No, it's like
I feel like people here are so small minded, and I have big dreams. Like I just
Yeah.
and everybody don't see that. So sometimes you can tell somebody something and they just kind of shoot your dreams down or just don't. Because they don't see it for themselves, or they don't, So
Yeah.
I feel like we deal with that a lot here.
I feel
Go ahead.
I feel like in the Midwest, like it's just more common for you to grow up and like your parents teach you the old ways. You grow up,
Right.
you get a 9 to 5, you get a job
Right.
with a 401k.
Like my
and
mom was trying to keep me a Truman.
yeah,
forever. And I'm-
and then you get married, you have a family, you get the picket fence.
very generational routine.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like that's something my dad tried to instill in me, and I always like bucked him on it. I was like, no, this is not it. I want to travel. I want to see the world. I want to be able to do what I want to do. I have dreams that are bigger than
Right.
what's here.
Exactly.
So
That's
I
true.
completely understand. I think that I call it a Midwest mindset.
Yes.
Midwest mindset.
Midwest mindset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for opening your own shop or suites, or do you just plan to stay in the suite?
I feel like that's like a retirement plan for me, like opening a shop type of thing. When I get older and, things start to probably maybe slow down a little bit. I don't know. But I really want to be a traveling hairstylist. So I don't really see myself just being in one
Being
spot.
locked
Yeah.
into the
And I
spot.
feel like that's a lot to deal with. So,
Okay.
yeah. Right now, no shop for me.
So are you wanting to be like a full-time traveling hairstylist by the end of the year?
Yes.
Or like what's the goal?
Not you
End of the
putting them
year?
on a timeline.
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna
look,
make it a goal.
yes. Manifest
What's
that.
the goals? What's the
Yeah,
timeline?
let's hear the goals. Let's hold you accountable. I want to see you do this.
Yes. I mean, I've already traveled before. Like, I've traveled before to do hair. Like, when my friend, her fiance got traded to the New York Jets. So I was going out there doing her hair. Then he came back to the Chiefs.
You already a traveling hairstylist.
Yeah, but I want to do it more
Full-time.
regularly. Yeah, Yeah. But then I still got to remember I got my regular clients too, so.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure
Try
you
to
stay home
balance.
a little bit. Yeah, I get
Listen,
that.
arrogant taste it, honey. Sometimes you just gotta move and only accept certain clientele if that's what you want.
I mean, that's true. Are you wanting to stay in like the sports industry, or are you wanting to branch out?
I want to branch out for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like really working with the WAGs and stuff, that was just a start for me. Like, this is the beginning, so definitely want to do more in the industry.
Okay. What made you step into that and with getting with the WAGs? Was it just
It was just me being friends with Shariah.
With Shariah,
Yeah, being
okay.
cool with Shariah. And
How'd y'all
then me
meet?
getting invited to games. One day she just came and got her hair done.
Oh,
and
so she just booked
sat
with
down,
you.
and I don't know how we
clicked.
clicked. Like, we really clicked. And I don't have a lot of friends. I feel like I have a lot of associates, but I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I click with somebody and I'm able to be comfortable around you, it's like, yeah, I love you. I like you. So it's like, yeah, you're my friend. So
How long have y'all known each other?
5 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
about
a
5 years.
friendship.
Yeah.
That's a long friendship.
So you're gonna do her hair for the
Her
wedding?
wedding, yes.
That'll be. Are they doing a destination wedding? Can you
I'm
give
not sure.
information on
Yeah,
that?
I'm not. Yeah, can't give too much information.
I don't
on
want
that,
to.
He said not too much.
Well, no, I just didn't know if they were gonna do it in KC or. I mean, well, I guess he just got traded, didn't he?
Who?
Yeah, he
Nicole?
did. He's going to the Green Bay Packers.
Gross.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know he got traded.
Yeah,
That
for the
sucks.
fucking Packers.
I know we talked about it a little bit before the show, but is there anything with the Tia Jones or Xavier Worthy situation that like you can like give a little like? Cause I really, to be honest with you, I when it first came out, I was like, oh, Xavier Worthy choked the shit out of somebody. I said, it's got to be his girlfriend.
Well, we're sitting here like, it's got to be his girlfriend.
It's got to be his girlfriend. And then it came out that it was her that, you know, had caught cheating with a
Casey,
trainer.
you owe Xavier Worthy an apology because everybody came at him for a hot second.
They did, but it's not completely unfolded yet, yo.
That's true, but from what I've heard, you know, there's always more to the story.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, my standpoint,
I
mean, think he needs an apology because
Have you ever
the sounds
met
of
Tia?
it was crazy.
Yeah, I've met Tia before. I've actually curled her hair like once or twice before. I seen that stuff in the blogs, and I just hate to see stuff about people that I kind of know, you know, and it's just like, because I don't like that for anybody, you know, to be
at the end of the day, it's
personal.
It's a personal experience. Right, wrong, whatever happened.
Right, we don't know what's going on in their house for real, you know. So we gotta just, you know,
you gonna squabble.
We gotta mind our business, right? You know what I'm saying?
You can be back, hands holding,
might be back together. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what people go through.
And it
for
just
real,
when you read it in the blogs, it does seem a lot more intensified than what.
Yeah, and blogs always exaggerate stuff. Like they exaggerate everything. So I feel like we don't really know what's going on, you know, but. A fucked up situation.
It is very, especially when I saw the pictures of like some of his dreads had gotten.
Yeah, I think he had to actually cut his hair off.
He did
cut his locks off. Yeah,
he did cut his hair off.
Damn.
Yeah,
full fade.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Outside of the wives, do you have any athletes that get their hair cut at the salon that you do?
Yes, a lot of them actually. My nephew Ryan, he cuts really
so
half
Ryan's
the
your
team.
nephew?
Yeah, that's my oldest sister's son. Yeah, my nephew. I got a lot of nieces and nephews, but I was an uncle at 2 years old.
Oh,
yeah.
How old is your oldest sister?
So my mama's 60. She about to be 61. She had my sister Ryan's mama. My mama was 14 when she had her. 14, 15 when she had her, and then she waited 15 years to have me. So me and my sister have a 15-year gap between us, and then my sister had Ryan at like 16, 17.
Okay,
and then
that's funny.
From there on out, because my sister Kobe, she's the same age as my niece. They're both 25.
Yeah.
So it's like, my mama and sister was always kind of pregnant around the same time.
Not your mama and your sister.
Oh, that had to be a fun household.
Do you ever have to like big unk your nephew? Or do you ever
feel
like nephew?
Not
for
real.
Like, hey,
but we used to, growing up,
still.
we was more like brothers. Like they used to make us slap box each other, and we grew up like brothers for real. But it had been times we didn't have, you know, situations, but we get along for the most part. But
So does he call you Unc, or does that?
They call me Unc. It's like when birthdays come around, you know. Sometimes it just be like, "What's up, Unc?" Or you know, or when we trying to prove a point to somebody, like then throw somebody off, they be like, "Uncle," I'm like, what? Yeah, that's like, my blood. That's my uncle. Yeah, that's my uncle for real. Yeah. So okay. That's my nephew.
Are you wanting your kids to? Are you going to try and sway them to, you know, pick up hairstyling? And, you know, take
that's
over the
interesting because I see a lot of it in my son for some reason.
That's what I was just about to ask. Do you see any of your character traits in any of your
I see a lot
kids?
of myself in my son.
Okay.
Like,
and was he the firstborn or the secondborn?
He's the firstborn.
Firstborn?
Yep. He will be 10 in November, and my daughter, she'll be 8 in May. But I see a lot of myself in him. He be wanting to do. He's just, I don't know. I say he the next Chris Brown. He dance, he sing, he want to do hair.
I love
He do everything. Like, it's nothing you can tell him that he can't do. Like, I love him so much.
I think
his sister too. His sister is feisty. Like my daughter, that's my problem child. That's my problem child.
They say the second child is always the worst.
She don't care about
nothing.
They
say they built different.
I was a second child on my dad and I threw him for a fucking loop.
And they say raising a girl is different than raising a boy.
That is 100%.
It is. I kind of, I was gonna say I kind of discipline them the same, but I kind of don't, which don't kind of sound right, but. My daughter, she could be mean, but it's like I can't really chastise her or like, you know, whoop her. So it's just like, because she's so, I don't want her to look at a man like you so aggressive or you so, you know, I mean, I do kind of, my tone can get up there, you know, and I do yell a lot because I feel like they fighting each other all the time. It's like, leave her alone, leave him alone.
Well, and you just talking in your normal
voice. So, yeah, I can probably, my voice does a lot to them. So I don't got to really do too much when it comes to disciplining them. So
because I seen when you did their Get Ready With Me.
Yes,
your
they want to be
definitely did have
TikToker
so
bad.
I love
my God.
She came in there ready with the tank top and the perfume.
I gotta ask, what are their signs?
My daughter's a Taurus like me, and my son's a Scorpio.
Damn Scorpios.
What's with the Scorpios? Look, he's my first encounter for real. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Scorpios
I don't
are
know
crazy.
Yeah, but
They're
like
crazy.
that's
And I'm talking about on all spectrums. Just a Scorpio.
look. I have a love-hate relationship.
Esai
with
is a
Scorpios. I
Scorpio.
love being a Scorpio, but Scorpios can be toxic.
I can see that. Probably.
Scorpios are very head honcho.
Yes.
They want to be the boss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
my son is definitely like that.
Yeah, they very head honcho.
Wow, that makes
but
sense.
you know what? I don't pick that up on Esai a whole
But he's
lot.
boss man. He's owner of
He
NSPN.
is, but like I don't know. I feel like when he talks, like he just comes off like I don't know. Where it's like, yeah. And most
I don't know, piss him off and see what
Scorpios are
happens.
like, bitch, you better follow me.
Right. Yeah.
That's how
they
they come
do.
off.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
Do you look into Zodiac a lot?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay, so do you
I
know
love
the
Zodiac.
difference?
Me too.
I love
I do.
Zodiac.
Look,
So do you
growing
know-
up, my
Okay,
mama
that
used to be
opens up
like,
some
"Nah,
doors.
that's the devil. That's witchcraft. This and that." I'm
They
like,
do. We said
No.
that.
It was
You
written.
said it. No, we said
It
it on
was
the
written in
episode
the stars.
before. It was. That's my
It was written in the
favorite
stars.
saying.
Yeah.
The moment you were born, it was written in the stars. Do you know what your big three is?
Yes, I'm a Taurus, Cancer, Sagittarius.
I'm a Cancer man too.
Mhm.
Oh,
Y'all don't want my
emotional shit.
trifecta.
What is it?
Trifecta, baby.
What is it?
I'm an Aries sun sign, Scorpio rising, and Gemini moon.
Oh, you crazy.
What you said?
You crazy. You crazy. I'm scared of you.
Okay.
Listen, I said y'all don't
I'm
want to know.
scared of you.
Every time I talk to somebody that's
Oh
like
my
into
God.
every time I talk to somebody when into
Wow.
astrology, I
You know
literally
what?
be
That
like,
checks out though. That checks out though.
Yeah.
it gives a lot. It gives a lot of like yin and yang mindset, but you got me
Yeah.
fucked up. I'm gonna
Right.
fuck some
See,
shit up.
I'm a
Let
Libra
me chill.
sign.
I
That's
don't
that
need
fire,
these boss
boy.
bitches.
Yeah.
That's so
I dealt with a
God.
Leo before, and I feel like Leos. I don't like Leos.
See, I like.
Leos is like.
I get
I mean, I
along
do
better.
like them, but they just so. I don't know.
I feel like there's a
I feel
difference
like they're very
between
cocky.
a male
Definitely.
Leo though and a
Definitely.
female Leo. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a difference.
I love
between
women
them.
Leo.
Leos
Right,
are
Leo.
fire signs, so they got that that
Their
feist
main
in
character
them.
energy.
But Leos are definitely cocky
Yeah.
as hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
like cocky people. I like humble
Me
people.
neither. Yeah, I
It's
like
like
humble
I know
down
I'm
to
the shit.
earth
I
people.
know I'm cute. I know I'm this, but like I don't need to do
You don't
too
gotta
much
do-
to let you know.
Thank you. Love for real. I love people like that.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
just do not like people that are not humble. Like, just
Is there any sign that you've ever like intermingled with where you just like I don't want to fuck with? I'm never gonna fuck with that sign again.
probably a Leo.
A Leo. Man, but I love me some fire signs though. But I'm
I
an
love
air
a Sagittarius. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's one of my favorite fire signs. Cancers. I don't know. They cry babies.
Oh, not
That's my daughter.
crybaby. PJ a
She's a
Cancer.
crybaby.
I like
It's all right.
cancers though.
I don't think cancers are crybaby. PJ a Cancer.
My nephew is
They're
cancer
emotional
too.
as fuck.
They're emotional.
As hell. Oh my god.
Oh, I got the different type of
I was about to
cancer.
say, yeah,
then
PJ
because
don't give me
PJ
emotional.
Girl,
he don't
he's
give me
so
like he-
emotionally unavailable. He just be like,
Maybe
don't
it's like a
express
cancer
nothing.
female thing, but
maybe.
Maybe.
Carter, like she okay, so we were watching Lilo and Stitch too. And, you know, at the end of it, Stitch, you know, has a glitch and he like dies for like a couple seconds. All right, if it's for a couple seconds. And he's like this little incubator thing. Carter fucking lost it.
Oh my gosh.
Bawling. Why did they have to do that? It's just so
That's just
Oh
the
my
girl
God.
thing.
Oh my gosh.
That's
But,
just the girl
you know
thing.
me, I'm just not I don't know how to handle people when they're crying.
Right.
I'm not a crier myself. And so I was like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know how to console you. Have you ever had anybody cry in your chair?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I got some
Were you-
stories. I done had a girl into it with her baby daddy. one
Liz, I
time.
want to hear it.
And she came in there. We were coming in at the same time, actually. I had pulled up around the same time at her appointment. And she was coming in and she just broke down in the parking lot crying. And I'm just, trying to get her in the shop and, get her in there. She had a whole breakdown. She put a hole in my wall.
Oh my gosh.
She threw her phone in my wall. I remember.
Wait, that's how she put
So
the
that's
hole?
Yeah,
she
she
threw the
was
phone?
mad. She was arguing with her baby daddy. And
Did you know her personally?
Not really personally.
So to just tear your spot up like that?
Yeah, it was kind of,
Oh my
it was,
gosh.
yeah, but it,
Did you do her hair again after that?
I think I did, but she was just really going through a lot, and she was pregnant too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
I was raised around women, so I know women are emotional. So yeah, I was just trying to be there for her, but that was crazy.
But to get up and punch a hole in your wall.
No, she threw her
Dude,
phone at
oh,
the
she
wall.
threw the
Like she was
phone.
on the phone with him, and she like basically like was tired of talking to him and just start screaming and just threw the phone. And I'm like, I'm picking up her phone, trying to
finish her hair.
You sure you want your hair still done? Like, and I still did her hair too after all that. That was the very beginning of the appointment. I still ended up doing her hair, and she definitely left, feeling better.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
I don't need that nigga.
Yeah, facts. Look, and I'm gonna tell you that too.
Do you feel like that was probably the craziest experience you've had as a hairstylist, or is there something that's topped that? Because that's pretty up there.
That probably, that was the most recent kind of thing, and it was kind of, threw me off my game a little bit. But
is there an experience that you've had that's made you question you being a hairstylist still? Like, do I really want to do this still?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, just having difficult clients, picky. Like, I'm not gonna say people are picky because everybody want what they want, you know. So, but just having difficult clients, and it's just like, but I know what I'm doing at the end of the day. So it's like, why are you making me put so much thought into what I know what I'm doing? You know, it's just. Have
you ever had an experience where you just like, here's the comb?
Oh, hell yeah. Like, especially like with my cousins and my sisters and them, man, because y'all about to sit here try to tell me how to do this whole install, and I'm not about to, So here go the comb, or my friend Ashley, we into it all the time when she sit down in the chair, so
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I love that.
Have you ever had any friendships that fell out after a hair appointment?
I have. I feel like me being a guy and a lot of girls be feeling like they want that gay best friend or something like that. Yeah. So they be coming into it with the wrong intentions and, not knowing who I am, so it's like I have dealt with a lot of women just falling out with them. I feel like because at the end of the day, I'm a guy. So it's only so much I can do and say. Because they be quick to be, the F word, you this, you that. I don't really, I keep it cordial.
You can't even go there because I can't really go there.
So I just really I cut people off in silence. Like
I'm one of those.
If you're not my, and I don't got to explain to you either. Like, and these people be knowing they rubbing you the wrong way. They doing this to you. They see what type of person you are. So I feel like, it's been a few girls I remember definitely doing some things. Even somebody going on Facebook one time, I remember making a post and trying to get the whole Kansas City against me and type of, then people start, it wasn't about the hair anymore. They start talking about my sexuality, kids, my lifestyle. Like, is it about hair or is it about me? Y'all don't even know me, so and
when you sat in my chair, you sat in my chair as a professional favor, not
exactly.
a situation.
So
therefore anything personal shouldn't even be conversation if you're upset about something.
Right.
Yeah, but once it gets posted on social media, everybody feels like
everybody got an opinion. Everybody got an opinion, and I'm really the type I will say something. Like, I don't let nobody pick on me, but it just be hard dealing with women and being a guy, and then having respect for women too, so that's the thing with me. Like, that's what make it hard. At the end of the day,
it's like I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to be respectful.
If
I go off of your shit,
I gotta call one of my sisters or my cousin, like, for real, like, let me know. Like, but I hate to take it there with people. But I
don't think anybody likes to take it there with people. But if I gotta go there, I will go there.
Especially with social media, I just feel like people they just get a little too cocky because then I'm like sitting there and I'm like, would you say that shit to my face?
Girl, they be doing that big on social media.
That's the thing. I hear a lot of things people say about me and stuff, but it's just like.
But you was cordial in my chair.
Yeah, cordial in my chair. When I'm out in public, it's like I get a lot of love, so I don't be understanding, the hate sometimes,
How do you feel it was navigating the hair scene as a guy? Because like you just mentioned.
I feel like us guys, we taking over.
I was going to say,
I feel like us guys, we taking over. I feel like
I really
I don't know. I feel like if you're a guy and you good at hair, it's like you got an eye for it. I don't know how I have an eye for it.
I think it just screams to be honest with you, as soon as I see a male hairstylist, especially one that does wig installs, it immediately luxury.
Yeah.
I don't know why it does give luxury. You don't see too many female hairstylists, like especially when it comes to like celebrities. They all getting their hair done by men.
Yeah, like Tay the coldest. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Oh, you think Tay is the coldest?
Yeah, me and him, we up there together, but.
So I think there's Jonathan, Tay,
and Alonzo. I like Alonzo. Alonzo.
You don't like Jonathan?
Jonathan cool. Yeah, I like it. I mean, but I be having my preference, but he all right. Yeah.
Tay is that top notch.
Yeah, I like Tay's work. I really do like his work.
Is there like a big celebrity stylist that you kind of look up to and would like to work with someday?
I would say probably Tay. He'd be somebody that I would like to work with, you know, because I feel like us stylists, we all can learn from each other. You know, like, you know, I feel like it's things that I can learn from him, probably things he can learn from me. You know, I don't know. So, yeah.
Okay.
Do you do any Caucasian hair? I really just want
Yes,
to know.
I've had one
my hair,
Caucasian lady.
I got silky hair, and I'm coming to you to get my hair done.
Yes,
once I get
shout out to
more
Caitlin.
inches.
Caitlin, yes, I love Caitlin. I've done her hair actually like 3 times. One time she got a wig installed, a pink wig I did on her. I think I did 2 wigs on her actually, and I think I did like some clip-ins maybe or something, or tapes or something like that. But
has she ever asked for anything that's like maybe that's not for your cup of tea? Like she
no.
Highlights? You know how to do highlights?
I hate coloring hair really, but I mean I know how to do it, but yeah, it's a lot of work.
I hate highlights.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you wear color?
Yeah, I wear color. Yeah. Highlighting is just, it's like braided. You don't braid, do you?
Oh, that's how I started off doing hair. My sisters,
really?
yeah. I mean, I grew up around natural hair and all that, but I used to braid my box braids and that type of stuff. So yeah,
highlighting for me is like that daunting, like braiding.
Oh, it's dread. You dread it.
300 foils.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Won't do it.
I've only done like the full color, like a balayage.
A balayage.
Balayage.
That's a shampoo, sis.
Hey, it's in the same realm.